So, just because we took a little bit of a break from the Olympic action to talk about a first overall projected pick in Gavin McKenna does not mean we are going to ignore some of the other first overall picks that we're all talking about at this stage. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for the Montreal Canadiens, it has been a pretty notable past few years. Stanley Cup Finals appearance 5 years ago, with veterans that no longer grace the game like Shea Weber and Carey Price. To the very next season, where the Canadiens finished first overall in the draft lottery, and they took Juraj Slafkovsky. Today, we're diving into Slav, and some of the crazy statistics that have been posted out there in regards to him and his performance at not just the Montreal Canadiens level, but at the international level too. Slafkovsky is 21 years old, and I think we all gotta remember that. He's 21. 21, man. What do you get when you get 10 plus 9? It's 21. Slafkovsky has 45 points in 57 Montreal Canadiens games this season. He is on pace for a 65-point year and 30 goals. All this whilst not producing all too much in the first half of the season. Slafkovsky took a while to get going, let's just say. And the opening parts of 2025-2026 saw quite a few pointless games in a row there. He was fine. He was on the first line. He was playing with Suzuki and Caulfield. He had a different sort of role compared to what he had been thrusted into later on in the season. Ever since getting moved to that second line with Demidov and Kapanen, Slafkovsky has been an absolute monster, and his Montreal Canadiens production has really started to pick up as of late. Yes, there are still some pointless games here and there, but he will interrupt a pointless game with a multi-point game, and then do it again a few days later. Slafkovsky has been very, very strong, which is why, heading into the Olympics, Montreal Canadiens fans were super excited to see what one of Slovakia's best wingers would be able to do in a tournament that he totally dominated 4 years ago. Slafkovsky had 7 goals and 0 assists in 7 games at the Olympics in Beijing 2022. He led the entire tournament in goals and was tied for first in points, all as a draft eligible at 17 years old. That was part of the reason Montreal even took him. And now, in 2026 Milano Cortina, Slafkovsky has 6 points in 3 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists. He is up to 10 goals in 10 total Olympic games, which is amazing, just in general, let alone for a guy who is only 21 right now. And now, if you head over to the Reddit, you take a look at some of these advanced analytics about the Olympics men's ice hockey tournament. Take a look at this graphic posted by Dmitry Filipovich and JFresh Hockey. 2026 Olympic men's hockey, top forward scoring chances contributions, all situations per games played in the preliminary round. The number 1 forward in the Olympic men's ice hockey tournament in terms of chance contributions was Connor McDavid, who had 10.7 chance contributions. What is it? Per games played. That's what it is. 10 chances per game. That is outstanding. Leon Draisaitl is number 2 with a 10.3 chance contribution per game. Absolute crazy numbers for a guy playing on a German team that hasn't really done too well outside of their top guys. Then you take a look at some of these other names. William Nylander, David Pastrnak, Marty Necas, Nick Ehlers, and then Juraj Slafkovsky is right there, tied with Austin Matthews. The difference is, Austin Matthews is the top chance contributor for Team USA. But if you scroll down, you'll see that names number 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19 are also American. Gensel, Boldy, Jack Hughes, Jack Eichel, Matthew Tkachuk are all contributing 5+ chances per game. Connor McDavid, Team Canada. You've got Nathan McKinnon and Macklin Celebrini right there too. Leon Draisaitl has Tim Stützle and JJ Peterka, all in the top 20 of chance contributions per game on this graph. You could say the same thing about David Pastrnak and Martin Necas. Now, Nick Ehlers is kind of by himself on an island. There isn't another Dane until you take a look at the second part. You'll see Oscar Fisker-Molgaard at number 30. But the interesting thing about this graph is that Juraj Slafkovsky is pretty much alone. There is no other Slovak player on this list. The entire list of names comprises of a bunch of Canadians, some Germans, some Swedes, a lot of Finns on the second half, but one Slovak hockey player. Even the Swiss get pretty decent representation on this graph. Timo Meier, Nico Hischier, Kevin Fiala, Sven Andrighetto, and Filip Kurashev. There is no other Slovak hockey player, not Thomas Tatar or anybody else, that's gone out there and done as well as Juraj Slafkovsky, let alone the fact that he's a top 10 chance contributor in the entire tournament. You then head over to the Olympic Games stats in general, and you'll see that Juraj Slafkovsky is one of the many first overall picks that leads the tournament in scoring. Connor McDavid has 9 points in 3 games. Okay, that's going to be very difficult to beat. Celebrini, 6 points in 3 games. Slafkovsky, 6 points in 3 games. And Sidney Crosby, 6 points in 3 games. Austin Matthews has 5 points in 3 games, and then you got all the other guys here, Necas, Raymond, McKinnon, Tkachuk. This is why tanking works, folks. Connor McDavid, Celebrini, Slafkovsky, Crosby, Matthews, and McKinnon were all first overall picks. And Slafkovsky is playing on the team that I don't think anybody really thought had a chance to do as much damage as they did in Team Slovakia. Now they won their group. Now they are in a pretty good spot after victories over Team Finland and a 2-goal loss against Team Sweden. Juraj Slafkovsky is the poster boy for this Slovak team at the moment. It's not even like, he is the only guy who is producing, but he is one of the best guys when it comes to actually getting results and positive advanced analytics. Some of these other guys are producing. I mean, Dalibor Dvorsky has scored some clutch goals. Adam Ruzicka is in there. Tomáš Tatar was the flag bearer for Slovakia, which is awesome. And then Pavel Regenda has an assist in the 3 games so far. This is definitely not a team of bums, but it's not Canada. So the fact that Juraj Slafkovsky has gone out there as one of the top players in the entire tournament in terms of chance contributions per game is absolutely outstanding. 6.7 chance contribution per game here. He is doing a lot of this in terms of getting the chances himself. Connor McDavid, for example, he's got 6 chance assists per game. Slafkovsky has 2.3. So Slovakia isn't really doing much around him, but he is doing very well individually, which I do think bolsters up his stock in a way that a lot of us weren't really expecting to see. Like, we knew that he was good. We knew that he had a great Olympics last time. But he's doing it again against NHL players. That's absolutely awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Juraj Slafkovsky and his Olympic dominance this season. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.